Welcome to my wrestling magazine collection. I'm gonna show you the PWI Decade Awards. This is for like the best of the 2010s. As you can see here, AJ Styles is the wrestler of the decade. It also has like an interview. There's a picture of Donna Brooke. There's also like a review of Jim Ross's book, which got 4.5 suplexes out of 5. So talking trash. I'm gonna read the number 1. Drew eliminates Brock Lesnar before going to win the Royal Rumble. Steel reeling from the shocking upset. A sad Lesnar went to a tattoo parlor following the day. A sad Lesnar went to a tattoo parlor the following day, and his 3MB tat covered up a picture of Pickle Rick. Here, read it for yourself. Either way, there's also one to watch. There's Christian Casanova behind the curtain. Viva Van or something? I don't know. There's also like the interview with the wrestler of the decade, AJ Styles. He's talking about his time in Impact Wrestling, back then known as TNA, New Japan, WWE, his matches, all that stuff. They also talk about Tessa Blanchard and his victory / winning of the Impact Heavyweight title, not the women's title, but the heavyweight title at Impact Hard to Kill 2020. As you can see here, I voted for this as Match of the Year candidate. There's also like an article on Dana Brooke, like her wrestling career, her life, how's it going so far. They also talk about the best wrestlers under 25 years old. There's some I recognize, but some I don't. And some I do recognize, but cannot pronounce their names for the life of me. I'm sure some of them are no longer 25. No longer under 25, but still are no longer under 25, obviously. And now, the main event, the wrestler like the PWI Decade Awards. Most inspirational was Daniel Bryan. The runners-up were John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Cody Rhodes. Most popular was John Cena. The runners-up were Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, and CM Punk. Most hated was Brock Lesnar. The runners-up were The Authority, that's Triple H and Vince McMahon, Roman Reigns, Poor Guy, and Chris Jericho. Feud went to Kenny Omega and a wrestler's name I cannot pronounce. The runners-up were Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks, CM Punk versus John Cena, and Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. The picture they took for the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn was actually during their time in the Ring of Honor when Kevin Owens was known as Kevin Steen. The match of the decade went to Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania. It was WrestleMania 26. Welcome to the world, yeah. The runners-up were Kenny Omega versus KO at June of 2018. KO versus Kenny Omega again at January 2017. And CM Punk vs. John Cena at SummerSlam 2011. I was actually there when that match happened. Woman of the Decade went to Charlotte Flair. The runners-up were Becky Lynch, AJ Lee, and Gail Kim. Tag Team of the Decade went to New Day Rocks. The runners-up were the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson, the Briscoes, and the Shield. And finally, Wrestler of the Decade, AJ Styles. The runners-up were Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and some guy's name I cannot pronounce. It's KO, so Japanese. Also, the decade's top 100 PWI 500 finishers. That's what it says right there. The decade's 100 top PWI 500 finishers. Mike Awesome died in 2007, so he wouldn't make the list. This card one was MLW at the formerly ECW Arena. They recorded a lot of episodes that particular day. Some I'm gonna do J Dude's review on soon. Ish. I know that guy, the bold one. And finally some funny cartoons. Well, this one's not funny, but the other two are. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm sure he was big in the Japanese wrestling business. Well, there you have it. The PWI Decade Awards for the 2010s. See you next time. Bye.